It has taken me a little over a month to get all of this stuff together.
This is why I don't usually use silver plating.
This is the official studio tour vlog.
Usually use silver plating in my pins because it tarnishes super easily, but we've found that with a little bit of a polished Dremel tool you can clean all this right up.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Light Spirit Design Studio. So as you saw yesterday, I was working on putting all of my inventory away from Sac Anime, and I also was counting inventory. Finally, everything is up to date now, which is amazing. And I got the bins for the keychains and the shaker charms, so I put those all together, as well as the beautiful little drawers for all of my stickers. So there is also more to come. This is the official studio tour vlog. So I'm going to be putting the finishing touches in the studio in this vlog, and at the end I will show you everything as it's completed with, of course, flashbacks to how it used to look. So something very exciting has delivered. So let's grab it and unbox it. Any guesses as to what it is? Timestamp your comment and leave your guess in the comment section below. What? If you guys guessed an LED neon sign with my brand name on it, you were correct. This is so exciting. I have no idea how this is supposed to mount, but I think they gave me instructions. This is like actually kind of rubbery. I wasn't sure if this was going to be glass or not, but this is acrylic, which is amazing. And obviously I didn't do like any of my branded font or anything. I actually just did the fonts that they had available. I just picked which one I liked the best from them. And not sponsored or gifted or anything, but I bought this through GSJJ. They were having a half off sale for custom LED neon signs. So I thought, you know what, there's a blank spot up on the wall above my sticker cutters, and I could always use with more lighting in the studio. So I jumped on it after SAC Anime. I am very eager to see how this looks lit up. I've seen photos, but I want to see it with my own eyes, so let's look at it. All right, I've got it all plugged together. Moment of truth. Plugging it in. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my God. And it came with a remote too, which I have hooked up to the cord. And it has, I already put batteries in it, so I can off, on. Looks like if I press the 100%, it'll stop all the flashing. And I can also set a timer for it. But I think I'm really excited that I can dim it and stuff. But I wanted to get this in before I did any other lighting over in the packing area, because I wanted to see how well this was going to light up the area before I figured out what I needed over there. So let me show you where it's gonna go. All right, it's unplugged, so I can't test it from here, but oh, it's shorter than I expected it to be. That's kind of the idea. Ugh. But I don't know if I want to put it right in the middle so that it lights up the other half too, or what. It's hard to figure that out now that I have the shelves in the way, but Ryan can help me figure that out when he hangs it for me tonight. Okay, I just used thumbtacks, which I don't recommend. Like, I will be putting it up with the proper hardware, but just to get an idea of where to put it, I have it kind of in the middle here, if you could see, and then look at how bright it lights up this area. So I mean, whether it goes over here or if it goes closer to that side, I'm still gonna need lighting over here, which is good to know. But I'm quite obsessed. And I don't know, I just, like, do I plan to keep it there, or should I put it more centralized? Because I feel like a lot of my shots are gonna be from about here. I don't know. It feels off-centered right there, but I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna sit on it. All right, you guys, it has been like a week or so since we got everything together, but I am now ready to show you the final official studio tour of the Lay Spirit Design Studio. Let's go look. It has taken me a little over a month to get all of this stuff together, this whole space to be where I needed it to be, to function, and not only that, but to be aesthetic and like be a nice, pretty space for me to work in and to look good on my vlogs where you guys watch me do my day-to-day stuff. And honestly, it was already really awesome. You guys saw in the desk makeover how I did all of this space and how I did the inventory portion, but just adding not only the LED neon sign, but also adding the light over the packing area, it has made such a world of a difference. And also including that cork board over there to finally put my massive enamel pin collection on. I'm just so happy to have things in a spot where they belong. and have the space functioning and looking awesome. Not only do I have a nice, big, workable desk space, but I also have enough space off to the side to do like my sticker orders, or hopefully, I mean, you saw all of my art supplies are right there. I'm hoping that I can start painting again soon and using more traditional mediums, because when those are tucked back in the corner, how they were in the old studio setup, I just basically forgot about them, and I didn't touch traditional media for at least a year, if not a year and a half. So I'm really excited to have everything visible, in arm's reach, and have a spot dedicated to working on stuff. I also have everything really nicely organized on the bookshelf, as you saw. There's some zines and some art books and all of my painting supplies, all of my colored pencils and my markers, and even inside the closet. It's not as organized as it could be. I still have some work to do, but all of my convention stuff is in there. Nothing's scattered around the living room anymore. Everything is contained within the studio. And on the right side, I totally forgot to mention this in the inventory vlog, but I ended up buying another IKEA shelving unit off of Facebook Marketplace, and currently it's housing some of my art pieces that couldn't fit on the bookshelf, some of my bigger sketch and painting pads, and then other miscellaneous stuff like storage things, baskets, and all of my knickknacks that I still have to go through. I will say, I think I mentioned it in the last vlog, but having the inventory set up the way that it is right by the packing station, huge game changer. Everything is so easy. I've already been packing orders in here, and now that there's light over there, it's gonna look better in all of my vlogs. So I'm just so happy. So happy to have this space finally done and functioning and just ready to exist in. Now, one thing that I did mention at the very beginning of this series of studio makeover vlogs is that I would talk about all of the expenses and all the places I spent at to make this possible. And quite frankly, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. And I honestly would go through the whole thing piece by piece in this, but I don't really want to. So here's the pie chart. I've broken it down by all the different places I spent at, and obviously you can see IKEA was the biggest because that's where the bulk of the stuff came from. So all of my shelving units and things like that. Amazon was next because that's where a lot of my lighting came from, and all of my corrugated storage boxes for my inventory came from there as well, and those are not cheap. Temu came in next, as well as my neon sign, and everything else was pretty small in comparison, but I'm going to leave a link to my Patreon below, because if you pledge for $5 or more, just like with my Artist Alley vlogs, you can see the actual dollar amounts for what I spent. And like I said, it's not as much as I thought it was going to be. It was under the amount that I hoped it would be under, which is good. I still spent a good chunk of money doing this makeover. I'm not going to sit here and say that I did it on the fly or did it like on a budget. I just knew that I wanted it to be a certain way, and luckily I have been fortunate enough with online sales and conventions that I could afford to not look at the receipts until well after it was all done and completed. So thank you guys so much for all of your support and for helping me grow not only this channel but my business. And like, I truly couldn't do this without you guys. This is my lifeblood right now. This is everything that I'm doing full time, my only source of income. And to say that I'm doing it successfully and to be able to invest in my business in this way frivolously, I can't thank you enough. So I hope that you guys are also excited the way that it has turned out. I hope you're excited to see more content of the studio, because there's definitely more to come. And I'm very excited for next week's vlog, because we're about to dive into a whole new chapter of Lay Spirit. And like, I've been building up to this moment, I think, for a long time, but there's a lot of things about the direction of my business that I'm finally settling into. But not only that, like, now that we're in a new space, like, it feels like a new space to me because it's completely different than how it was before. But now that we're in the new studio, there's a whole bunch of new things coming. And we're going to focus on that in the next video. And I'm not going to give anything away, but it's going to be a lot of learning and a lot of doing things on the fly, like I am very good at doing. But I'm also very excited, and I hope you guys are excited to start this new chapter of the journey with me. So without further ado, I'm going to end this vlog here, and I will see you guys in a fresh new chapter. Thanks for watching. Bye!
And that's why